Sales have dropped by more than 10% in every single region in just 1 month. If you compare July sales, which we had just now, to what was happening in the month of June, only over the next little while, some of the messaging on real estate TikTok and Instagram is going to be that Bank of Canada is starting to drop the rate, so the market is going to be picking up, so you got to buy quick before it's too late. And the July stats prove it, because July sales were actually higher than what they were in July 2023. So while that may be true, that is not giving the whole story. The sales are up 3%, and some of them might use this as a saying like, hey, you know what, I've been telling you, we've hit the rock bottom of the market, so you got to get in quick. But that's not giving you the whole story, because the whole story is actually a lot worse than they want to admit, and we're going to get into that. If you compare July of this year, we have 53.91. To last July, we had 52.50. Yes, sales are up slightly. But if you look at July, what's happening is this is the second slowest month we've had this year, because July is even slower than what we had in February, where we had 5,600 sales. So every single month since the month of February, sales have been going down. And another thing you want to look at is the gap between sales and active listings is huge. Like, this is why I don't understand why people are still competing with like 20-30 offers, because there's no need for that. Obviously they are going down every single month, but once in a while I'll still hear like, oh, sold with 8 offers, sold with 5 offers. I don't understand why a buyer would put himself through that. And new listings are right there, so the gap between new listings and sales is also very high. Now let's get into some other detailed stats. So yes, sales might be up 3%, but new listings are up 18% and active listings are up 55%. Now we are going to go region by region. We're going to be looking at Halton, Peel, Toronto, York, and Durham. So this is where things get scary if you are a seller. Obviously, if you're a buyer, this is all great news. So sales have dropped by more than 10% in every single region in just 1 month. If you compare July sales, which we had just now, to what was happening in the month of June, only a couple of months ago, sales are down as high as 18% in Halton, and then we have 11% in Toronto. York is down 13%. So every single region is down more than 10% in just 1 month. Now, some of this is seasonal, because real estate is a seasonal market, so things do tend to slow down in July and August. Then they pick up slightly in September, October, November for the fall market, and then they come down again in December and January. But the buying frenzy that was supposed to happen with the rate drops in June and July simply has not happened. I'm not seeing it in the stats. So yeah, sales are down more than double digits in just 1 month. Now this is very alarming stats, and also great news if you're a buyer, not so good news if you're a seller. Same thing as before: Halton, Peel, Toronto, York, and Durham. Months of inventory, we are sitting over 4 months of inventory in every single region except Durham, which is at 2.9%. The highest is in Peel, Toronto, York, and Durham, all sitting at 4.7. And this is a percentage of listings that have been on the market for longer than 30 days. So, you know, all you ever see on TikTok, Instagram is sold in 3 days and 12 offers and so on and so forth. That's simply not happening a lot. It might happen once in a while if you price the property really low. Yes, that could happen. But majority of the listings, I would say more than half the listings, are sitting on the market longer than 30 days. So there's no need to panic. There's no need to rush. You know, you can actually go home and think about it. You can actually have time to crunch the numbers to see if it makes sense for you to buy, because more than half the listings are sitting on the market for longer than 30 days. And this is a stat that I think both buyers and sellers should be aware of. SNLR, we are officially in a buyer's market for every single region, because SNLR stands for sales to new listing ratio. The basic formula is that if the number is below 40%, you're in a buyer's market. If the number is higher than 60%, you're in a seller's market. So we are in a buyer's market, especially Peel. We're sitting at deep in a buyer's market at 30%. Again, great news for a buyer. I will be doing market updates on individual cities in the West End like Peel and Halton. So If you guys have any requests of, hey, cover this city, let me know in the comments down below, especially for the West End, and I'll try to get to it. If you guys need any help buying or selling, you can call or text me here, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.